niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coast shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it post shit. You see me, they like, ooh, chemo shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that road shit. Coming up on by the bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, chemo shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army. Going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like that, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Ooh, chemo sabe, got this bitch off the hand. Got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, it's assault. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coast shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coast shit. Hey! One way, one way, one way, one way, one way. Coming up on my
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all steppin', kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowin' by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coast shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coast shit. You see me, they like, ooh, chemo shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. Coming up on by the bullshit.
West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I be One West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I'm One West till they bury me. I be One West to the death till they bury me. I be One West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he abdominal. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. Guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-star
bars by coaching them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one West rising to prominence. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got group pies for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by in black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper, been this proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going, I'm off Patron, a premium of vodka. I put distinctions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when the heat's on, none of them can get to the fire. Around with me, and I had a nigga spin like a tire. But down the deep, and I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel to igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the title because U.P.K. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
Yeah, on 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man, busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine in, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you drop
nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade your line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK shoot solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All they nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a whole study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I seen the shawty and I show her. She could never get a priest holding. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bitch muggin'. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade your line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't none of me. Bass up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you scoring off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UPK play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing me to damn kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga, I popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade your line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said, 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. I'm stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga, too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Backstage.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rapper, busy man, shit, nigga. They turn their head over, nigga.
I read what Eve did to Adam. I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no hoe to lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretched the nigga. He a demon, it's an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with ya. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, and I ain't listening. Is in fact the If revenge was a woman, now I stomp that bitch like Jack the Ripper. We gon' run the summer, it's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't just do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it Young Baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he said something, I ain't hear him. This shit light work. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%. I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him. Just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter. God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow side. Yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
I just wanna see my enemies fall. Yeah. Hey, look, I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s where they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Trying to build my own city, homie. Start a couple bits. We done never shitted on me. Yeah. Public housing we done lived through. Trying to put that in my real view. Gold rose, what I still do. I can see the picture with a clear view. Gotta separate the snakes and all you fuck niggas that's gon' hate. Daily pray to God I don't catch another case. But that's a small risk that I feel I gotta take. Only certain niggas they gon' feel this. Still deliver verses on that real shit. If I get a couple million, I'ma bust this shit down with these children. I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s where they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Don't get up out of bounds, homie. Got killers with them rounds on them. Look like I'm fed from the drum. Look, don't make me make the reaper rain down on them. I can give a fuck if you rock blue. And I was Sue Woo from the Fruit Town crew. Cops still shoot us every time we move. They hate you, nigga, like they hate me too. Just know that brotherhood is a weapon. Build another zone, get protected. Too many sisters in the city been molested. Now I'm stacking soldiers off the block like it's Tetris. Woo. Know that truth, it give you chills, don't it? Steady ringing in your ears, won't it? If I'm blessed to make a meal, I'ma bust that shit down with my real homies. I just wanna bow. Told my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s where they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Yeah. To all them children that grew up with parents strung out on drugs. Yeah. I just wanna bow. Hope you do too. And I hope you do too. Yeah. Man, to the brother that had a real and she left him for whatever reason. Yeah. I just wanna bow. I hope you do too. And to the sister, you know what I'm saying, that had that nigga leave her. Yeah, yeah. Nigga, I just wanna bow. To my niggas that's locked up. I hope you do too. Man, I hope you niggas see the light of day. Yeah, I just wanna bow. Yeah, I just wanna bow.
ask you Passover break. All right. I'm in Israel. One second. Amaju. Young man, Abishai. State your registry. State your registry.
Abishai, Bond, Yahawadah,
One Yasha.
Bond Salaki,
One Yasha.
Bond Yashala.
Sorry, Christ.
What's that?
Young man, Abishai. One Yahweh. One Yasha. Salute. Yahweh.
Yahabashim, Yahabashai, Barakatah.
Hey, Yahweh. Yasha. Barakatah. Backwards.
Yashala.
Israel. Maju. Now, Pakadom means to face the east. So. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Wadash.
Wadash.
Ayah.
Shimka.
Yahweh.
Malakpaka. Taba'ah. Ratazayaka. Ayah. Aisha. Barataza. Ayah. Washamayim. Lathan. Nawa. Lakam. Cow. Yawam. Kabawaknawa. Aslaknawa. Kabawaknawa. Wala'ah. Tabayanawa. Manasaya 1. Gabal. Hawashai now. Ayan. Right. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wala Wathapara. I will you. Aman. Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father. Which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
Give us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not into temptation.
Lead us not into temptation.
Deliver us from evil.
Deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
This is prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashim Yahushua.
Ba'ashim Yahushua.
Babakusha.
Babakusha.
Lathandanawa.
Lathandanawa.
Akak.
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 Larpa'ah.
Larpa'ah.
Cow Makala.
Cow Makala.
Wakal Madawa.
Wakal Madawa.
Akak.
Akak.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Hamataz Orion.
Hamataz Orion.
Akak.
Akak.
Lahakwiel.
Lahakwiel.
Amakiel.
Amakiel.
Akak.
Akak.
Arakawa.
Arakawa.
Atama'ala.
Atama'ala.
Lagarashan.
Lagarashan.
Ba'ashim Yahushua.
Ba'ashim Yahushua.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman.
This is prayer for the power in the English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
Power to heal all manner of sickness.
All manner of disease.
All manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
Cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Ash'ai.
Ash'ai.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahari.
Al-Hahari.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Azaria.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'aratazah.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka. Al-Yadawam.
Shamaraka.
Shamaraka.
Ana.
Ana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yadawam.
Yadawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashun.
Yayashun.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamaraka.
Shamaraka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyunka.
Yamyunka.
Yamawam.
Yamawam.
Mashamash.
Mashamash.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Alayala.
Alayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makalrai.
Makalrai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Afnapashka.
Afnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Maza'aka.
Maza'aka.
Wabawa'aka.
Wabawa'aka.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
I-Awalam.
I-Awalam.
It's the power. I'm not sure like it's Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
Which cometh my help.
From which cometh my help.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
You will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
You will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee.
Will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all
He
evil.
shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
This time forth.
This time forth.
Even forevermore.
Even forevermore.
This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Tamayalaka.
Al-Tamayalaka.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al.
Al.
Yahanna.
Yahanna.
Wabayabika.
Wabayabika.
Yahamma Yawan.
Yahamma Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Imaka.
Al-Amika.
Yara'ay Yamwa.
Yara'ay Yamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'ay Tazawa.
Ya'ay Tazawa.
Al-Tasafawanyika.
Al-Tazawanyika.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakaktina.
Wanakakina.
Magalia.
Magalia.
Wala'ay Yashikar.
Wala'ay Yashikar.
Sham Yasha'al.
Sham Yasha'al.
Abada.
Abada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'ay Tazawa.
Wa'ay Tazawa.
Aba.
Aba.
Yakagwa.
Yakagwa.
Al-Yaka.
Al-Yaka.
Barya.
Barya.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Al-Hawi.
Al-Hawi.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa'yashamai Al-Yam.
Wa'yashamai Al-Yam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagari.
Wahagari.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amawan.
Wa'amalak.
Wa'amalak.
Palasha.
Palasha.
Am Yeshabia.
Am Yeshabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Gum Ashawar.
Alawa.
Alawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Zerawai.
Zerawai.
Labaya Lawak.
Labaya Lawak.
Salah.
Selah.
Aishalaham.
Aishalaham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasaya Sara'ah.
Kasaya Sara'ah.
Yabian.
Yabian.
Barakal.
Barakal.
Wayashwan.
Wayashwan.
Ashamadwa.
Ashamadwa.
Bayan Dara.
Bayan Dara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Raman.
Raman.
La Dama,
La Dama,
Sayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nanaya Mawa,
Nayamawa,
Kara,
Kara,
Wakazaba,
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 Wakazal Manai,
Wakazal Manai,
Kau Nasayakamwa,
Kal Nasiyakamwa,
Asha,
Asha,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Nairasha,
Nairasha,
Larawa,
Larawa,
Nawa,
Nawa,
Alahayam,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Alahayam,
Sayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
the Galgala,
the Galgala,
the Quash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya Baraka,
Lapanya Wakwa,
Kaash,
Kaash,
Ira Yaira,
Tawaira Yaira,
Wakala Haba,
Wakalaba,
Kalahat,
Kalahat,
Hariyam,
Hariyam,
Khan,
Khan,
Daradapma,
Daradapma,
Kasa Irika,
Kaza Irika,
Wabasawa Pafka,
Wabasawa Pafka,
Ahabalam,
Ahabalam,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Payaham,
Payaham,
Walawan,
Kwalawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahawa,
Wayabahawa,
Ayai,
Ayai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadawa,
Wayadawa,
Kayatha,
Kayatha,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Baka,
Labaka,
Al Yawan,
Al Yawan,
Al Kahal Rataza,
Al Kahal Rataza.
This is Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Lo.
Lo.
Your enemies make a tumult.
Your enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
They that hate thee
have lifted up their head.
have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy
And
people.
consulted.
And consulted
Against thy hidden ones.
against thy hidden
They have
ones.
said.
They have said,
Come.
Come.
Let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
From being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
That the name of Israel
There be no more remembrance.
be no more remembrance.
They have consulted together.
They have consulted together
With one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederates against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The Ishmaelites.
The Ishmaelites.
Moab.
Moab.
And Hagarim.
The Hagarenes.
The Baal.
The Baal.
And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
The inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur.
Ashur.
Also joined with
Also joined with
They have hope in the children of light.
They have hope in the children of light.
Salah. Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As to the Midianites.
As to the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
As the brook of Kishon.
As the brook of Kishon.
Which prepares it indoors.
Which prepares it indoors.
They have given his dung for the earth.
They have given his dung for the earth.
Make the noble like a red.
Make the noble like a red.
Like Zaid.
Like Zaid.
Yea.
Yea.
All the princes of Zabah.
All the princes of Zabah.
And Zamuna.
And Zamuna.
Who said. Let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of Yahweh.
The houses of Yahweh.
Possession. Oh my power.
Oh my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As they stumble before the wind.
As they stumble before the wind.
As the fire burns the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the flames set the mountains on fire.
As the flames set the mountains on fire.
Persecute them.
To persecute them.
With thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
And make them afraid.
And make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
They seek the name.
And they seek the
Oh
name.
Yahweh.
Oh Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And trouble.
And trouble.
Forever.
Forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
That thou.
Whose name alone.
Alone.
Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Are the most high.
Are the most high.
Of all the earth.
Of all the earth.
Sorry. Turn. Shabi, just be seated. All right. Just gonna climb it up. All right. Hey, Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Shem Yashab, Dr. Brothers, Yahweh Shema, the family, Shem Yashab, and sisters. Let's clap it up, man. This is the Passover, man. Passover been through with. This is the new year. You know what I'm saying? This is the first Sabbath service in the Atlanta camp since the since the new year. You understand? Right. This is the first one happened. Passover was amazing, of course. That's right. You understand? So, a lot of brothers and sisters for the first time, the first Passover. In fact, bro, you was the first Passover, wasn't it?
Kind of one
How you like that? How you like it?
Glorious. Had a great time.
Outstanding, outstanding. So clap it for the Passover. All right, so we here to get it in. For those who do not know who we are, with the I.S.U.P.K, start 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command Engineer Yahanna. You understand? This is the Atlanta camp. My name is Officer Kaz, Officer 1000 Kaz. To my far right, Officer 500 Dartmouth, and this mighty man in the middle, the young man Apple Shower. All right, give it up for him. For those who may not know, this is our tradition, man. We come in the Sabbath service, we call the young men up to learn how to read, well, actually to show their skills in reading the Torah. You understand? Which is the first 5 books of Moses. we come in and we read in our own language, Lashawan Kodash. And we exemplify that once we come in here and we teach these brothers how to read it. They come and they showcase it. So this is our history that's been taken from us.
Right.
Our culture has been taken from us. Our history has been taken from us. Our language has been taken from us. But thanks to be the Most High God that Commander Yahanna kept it going, so that way we know who we are and where we're from and our culture, and we also understand our language that we've spoken. He has held on to that tradition and gave it back to us. So we in turn have to give it back to you guys. So like I said, the Lord has worked 6 days, and the 7th day we rest. So therefore, give this day unto the Lord. Correct. The Lord's day is his day. And we want you to come and serve the Lord. So if you're anywhere in earshot of where we at, we at 3353 Glenwood Road. So if you're in the area, whether it be today and definitely on tomorrow, because tomorrow we have the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Right. So if you're in here tomorrow from 7 o'clock until 9, we'll be having the closing of the unleavened bread, Feast of Unleavened Bread. All right. But normally Monday through Friday, we go from 7 to 9. Our classes start from 7 to 9 here at the school at that address, 3353 Glenwood Road. That's and also on Saturdays, of course, with our Sabbath service, we go from 12 to 1. If you're here for the first time, watching our class online, YouTube or Facebook, you got any questions, go ahead and type in the chat. We're going to get to you. Also, to your class, just raise your hand, say Salakia, and we'll get to you, man. With that being said, I want to make sure we cover everything. Anybody got any comments that, from Passover this week? Anybody got any comments, man? I just keep it brief, though. Any comments? Brother, ready to go up. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, Passover was glorious in the way.
It was fire.
Every man and woman who looked.
That's right.
Like royalty, I could imagine when we get in the kingdom.
That's right. Clap it up for that brother, man. Sisters was fire, man. Sisters dressed. They had the headpieces on. They had these nice dresses and gowns. Came through. The brothers, man. The brothers were killing. Go ahead. See, you got something to say about it?
The black party was lit.
Oh, the black party was lit. That black party was lit.
That was a real live concert, man.
They was charging about $45 getting that bad boy, even more. Them brothers showed up. They did.
Sure
right.
did.
They had me getting off that bad boy, man. So, yeah, so the black party put on a hell of a show. What else we see? The brothers the dress was there. I seen so many garments. Officer Dawg was flying with Dimitri on. He had Dimitri going on. You don't see the brother with a lot of Dimitri, but that brother had a Dimitri on a rocket, man. So
Salaki, don't forget the heavyweight championship.
And he had the belt on. The belt was so hard.
Right.
Yeah, right. You have something to say?
Khan,
Hey,
sir. Salaki, sir, if I may. I was told a lot about Passover before I went. This is my first Passover.
Oh, man. Another first Passover. Clap it
All
for
right.
All right, go ahead.
And by it being my first, I had in mind what to expect because the brothers tried to tell me, this, that, and the other.
Try to tell you.
They tried to tell me, sir. They did. But Salakia, sir, they ain't come close.
Yeah, right.
That the brotherhood that I experienced, like the experience from the beginning to the end, like I got to do a little bit of everything. The slaughter, the black party, the work, the brotherhood, the brotherhood.
Yeah, right.
Man.
I want to give some shouts out to the brothers, man. Big ups to the brothers who worked. Officer Kassiah did a hell of a job. Amazing. Under the tutelage of 5,000 TITHES, you understand? That brother broke things down. You had the young men came through. You had Abishai in the doing this thing. You had who else we had? We had Young Man Charles running, man. Young Man Charles, man, he come and ask me who this brother was. Young Man Charles was everywhere. Brother been here since Monday, the week before. He was rocking out the house. You had Yakazaka Olive, man, came through pouring the oil on the head. He was working on. You had Officer Adar, man, clap up for him blowing the trumpet, man. The trumpet blowing. Our alum, Atlanta was out there working, brother. They put in that work, man. That's put in that work. So I give y'all big ups for the things y'all done, man. And if your first Passover, trust me, you'll never forget it.
Right.
And Lord willing, you have many more, but if it's your first one, you'll never forget your first one. You understand? But it was glorious. Go ahead, sis.
We can't forget our brother Makalai.
Oh man, that's how could I forget?
Yeah.
Man, Makalai was behind the scenes, taking pictures, getting interviews. He was doing it up, man. A lot of his stuff is posted online, man. So if you haven't seen it, man, check it out. The brother had a hell of an interview with Officer Darbar. Oh, he was captain of Darbar. Officer Darbar. I didn't want to get it wrong, but I heard you say but definitely a good interview.
If I could, speaking also Makalai, you know what I'm saying? Makalai had me looking good. As best I could, you know what I'm saying? I always wear like the war scars, but He tied Dimitri.
Oh, you tied to meet you, boy.
He
All right,
tied
fight. Clap up for that brother, man.
I could not be, you know what I'm saying, like, looking how I was looking without the help of my life.
Yeah, right. I mean, the ribs all came through. I mean, had brother with 2 or 3 ribs up in there, showing out. Sister wasn't fighting, everything was glorious. I mean, it was just a hell of a show, man. And I like what the general said, man. No matter what, we're facing adversity, man. They try to shut us down.
Right.
But even if they would have shut us down, it gave me great hope to know that we would not have left. We would have had the Passover in the streets.
Right.
That's what he said. We would have had the Passover still. But that's just to show you that they hate us, they hate Christ, they hate everything we stand for.
That's right.
You know, we I thank the Most High that we in a cult. Understand?
That's right.
So I wouldn't be any other place than here because we get the unadulterated, straight truth to save our people, man. You won't get that from anywhere else. All of the high holy days are in the scriptures. Everything that we're supposed to serve is in the scriptures. Now tomorrow they're gonna have something called Easter, which is nowhere in the scriptures.
Right.
There's nowhere in the scriptures. You know, you got stories of Passover. You have stories of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You have stories of everything in there. Where's the story on the Easter? So I mean, it says something to the effect that tomorrow the whole world will be celebrating something that's been founded on paganism. You understand?
Right.
So I'm gonna get it all out today. I'm gonna be on the passage. I'm gonna be on the passage head today and on that Easter today because tomorrow I don't want to bring it up because that's the Lord's day tomorrow. Right? You understand? So, you know what I'm saying, brother?
Oh, God. Sloppy, sir. Don't forget, we're not just a cult. We're an extreme.
Oh yeah, we're
cult.
extreme. Right.
Right.
We're extreme cult. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather be in this cult than anywhere out in the Christian church.
That's right.
So that being said, we're gonna jump over the Sabbath service, man. Like I said, if you have any questions, just raise your hand. Say SHALAM, we'll get it on. We're gonna go into Deuteronomy 26, verse 1. We're gonna read the first 7 verses in the Hebrew, and we come back and read it in the English. Oh, it's like, I mean, I'm sorry, we'll give it a shot. I'm sorry, Christ. All right, let's get in there. Start at verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 26 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get there. All right, here we go. That looks like Waha, Yaha, Kaya, Ka, Kaya, Kaya, Aya. Do we read the bottom here? Top. Kabawa, Babawa, Alaya, Ha'a, Nataza, Asha, Ashana, Ashar, Yahweh, Allah, Allahaya, 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 Ka. Not, Nakawa, Nata, Salaki, Laka, Nakalaha. Waya Wala Rasha Kaha. Wa ya sha ba ka.
All right, you clap that for
Taking over the book of Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 2. Walakwakta, Mara Ashya, Kal, Karya, Ha'adama, Ashar, Abaya, Ma'aratazaka, Ashar, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Lathan, Lakah, Washamta, Watana, Wahala, Walahak, Walalakta, Al, Hamaquam, Ashar, Yabakar, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Rashakan, Shamwa, Sham. Verse 3. Waba, Batha, Al, Hakahan, Ashar, Yahweh, Bayamyam, Aham, Wa Martha, Al Yahweh. Agathia, Hayawam, La Yahweh, Alahayaka, Kaya, Athia, Al, Haratza, Ashar, Nashabai, Yahweh, La Abba Thayi, Ya Abba Tha Yanwa, La Tha, Lanawa, verse 4. Walakwak, Hakahan, Hatana, Ayatka, Wahanya, Wahana, Yakwa, Lapanya, Mazabak, Yahweh, Alahayaka, verse 5. Ayatha, Wa'amartha, Lapanya, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Aramya, Abad, Abiyah, Wayarai, Matazariah, what? Matazariah, Wayagar, Shum, Bamathia, Mayata, Wayahaya, Shum, Lagaria, got a wall, Ayatazawam, Wara, verse 6, Wayaraiwa, Athanwa, Hamatazariah, Haya Ain, Haya Nawaya, Wayathanwa, Ayanawa, Ibada, Basha, verse 7. Wanataza Aikwa, Al, Yahweh, Alya, Alahaya, Abathayanawa, Wayashamai, Yahweh, Ath, Balanwa, Falnawa, Wayara, Ath, Anayanwa, Wa'ath, Imal, Amal Nawa, Wa'ath, Laka Tazanawa.
Clap it up. All right. Hey, I just want to say, this brother here in the middle, young man, Abishai, it takes a lot to come up here,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, and try to read the Hebrew. This is his first time reading Hebrew in front of people. And this is what we do, you know what I'm saying? This, like I said, this is getting back to our culture.
Right.
And the brother, there's nothing to it but to do it. Come up here in front of people, internet, all the world, to actually learn and read the Hebrew. And he did a hell of a job.
Right.
So clap that for the brother. All right, no sign.
Salakia.
Go ahead, bro.
Second time.
Oh, second time? Oh,
Second.
he's never, hey, I stand corrected. My bad, second time.
Right.
Second time.
Only
And it only gets better from here. Now, I also want to acknowledge Officer Adar, man. Officer Adar, he was ready with all guns blazing at the Passover to get up there to read that Hebrew. He was ready. Let one brother slip up, wasn't ready. He was beelining.
Right.
See him? I was sitting right next to the brother, man. And it was like, I think it was like number 6 to do the reader. He took a little time to get up there. Man, Officer Dart took off. They had to tell him, but we got it. He's here. But the willingness and the readiness to do it, man, he was just all that. So, brother, yo, big up to you too.
Right.
I'm sorry, you, bro.
Right.
I see you stepping for you was high stepping for him. All right, so like it's what a sidebar on that. But we're going to start verse 1 in the English. We got a verse 7. Good, Mama John.
John at 1. Deuteronomy chapter 26 and verse 7.
1. We'll start verse 1.
Verse 1 in the English. And it shall be, when thou art come in unto the land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance, and possesses it, and dwelleth therein. Verse 2. That thou shalt take of the first of all the fruit of the earth, which thou shalt bring of thy land, that the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shalt put it in a basket, and shalt go unto the place which the Lord thy God shall choose to place his name there.
What does it sound like? Anybody know what does this procedure sound like? Go ahead, brother.
Salakia, sir, if I may, kind of like the Feast of First Fruits.
That's right. This is exactly what it is. It's the offering of the Feast of First Fruits. Lord said, when you come into a land that thou has got for you, came out of Egypt, now you come into a new land that you come to possession. He's coming to give you that land. All the first fruits that you got from that land, because he gave it to you as an inheritance. So all the things that you get in that land, the first fruit that you get into, because we were big sharecroppers back then. You know, we sharecroppers now. To this day, we sharecroppers. It's just in a different way. But back then, we grew the land. That's what we did. And so all the first fruits and things that you came from that crop, you used to give it to the priest.
Right.
And as we go later on, we'll tell you why we give it to the priest. But this is what you do. That still applies today if you can do it. In this captivity, man, you get a job or you get something that, the Lord's, get the Lord the first of all stuff that you can. Right. You know what I'm saying? You get a new job, give it to him. Give him the first check if you can do it. Go ahead, sister.
Is this like a reference also to when Cain and Abel were giving the food to the Most High? It seems like it might have been.
That was offering it to them. I don't know if it was the first fruits, but it's the same similar deal. It was an offering that he came and gave him. You guys what I'm saying?
Come, sir, because that was wonderful that you brought that out, because I was gonna actually say something about that in terms of understanding that the law existed before Moses wrote it down, and you saw that Cain gave the fruit of the ground, and his offering wasn't accepted because he picked up the fruit off the ground and not giving the Most High the first fruits. And that's just showing that even though it wasn't said at that time that the law was handed to him and this is what the law was, we see them obeying and following the exact letter of the law. And when they went off, they got punished for it. When he killed, he was punished for it. When he gave the second fruit or the last fruit, the ones that fell, he was punished for it.
Right. Because we always had the law. The law was given to it. So as you can see, that was just the offering that we were supposed to give, period.
Right.
But it wasn't the first fruit offering. It was just the offering that the Lord was required to give him offering. And of course, at that time, like the brother said, he didn't give him what was the first fruit of we wanted a blood offering. The Lord wanted that blood offering, and he gave him fruits and everything else he gave. And so that would be considered that. Right here, what we're going into is this is what we call the first fruits of Feast of First Fruits. And we also have a day with that, you know, look on the calendar, it said the Feast of First Fruits on April 9th. So it is coming. It's coming real soon, and we'll be celebrating that one as well. But that's the first fruit. So even to this day, I give the Lord the first fruits.
Right.
I get a new job or I get something that I think the Lord should have, I give it to him. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I get a new job coming into it. If I lost my first check, I get it. If I'm able to give it to the Lord, I give it to the Lord. Because he just, really, do the Lord want your stuff? Do the Lord want your money? Does he want your fruit? What does the Lord really want? Go ahead.
A contrite heart.
A contrite heart, exactly. That's what he really wants. What the Lord gonna do with your money?
Right.
With your first fruits? Right. With your lamb? He doesn't need it. He just wants to get into your pocket and see where your heart is.
Right.
Where man's love is where his heart is.
Right.
The love of money, the love of women, his cars, all that stuff. The Lord wants you to get rid of all that. He wants you. He really wants you. But at this particular time, he wants your first fruit to do other things with it. And as we keep reading down, you'll understand what he's trying to do with your first fruits.
Also, the Lord wants is your obedience.
Come.
Right.
He wants your obedience above all else. You understand? Like the Christian church will teach us, you know, yes, wants a contrite heart, but they'll relate that to giving emotions. They'll relate that to, they'll say, just giving compliments and praise.
Right.
You understand? But they never, Christian church does not mention anything about obedience to the Most High.
Right.
You understand? As far as like following these laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right. Like any other father, man. Like any other father would require you to do things around the house or to do things that he actually do. He wants your obedience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He don't want to chastise you, punish you, but if not, if he has to, he will. But he definitely wants your obedience. So what the brother was saying is really absolutely. You mean? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
One quick question. All right. And the land which the Lord giveth thee for the hands to possess it. That's the land that we had conquered.
That's the land, yeah, coming out of Egypt, there were lands that we took over and we fought against a lot of people to get those lands. So those are all the lands that we took, we conquered from other heathen nations. Yes, that's correct. Go ahead.
That's a lot, sir. Got a question, if I may.
Mhm.
Could this be also related to tithe in a way? Being that, you know, if I give, okay, I just say that in terms of the spiritual aspect of giving tithe. I realize that if I get paid on Friday and I try to wait until next week or something like that to give that 10%, I always find myself in a bind to give that 10%.
Right.
Versus if I would have given it that Friday, then it would have been done. If I would have given right when I got paid, right when I got that check, if I would have given my 10% right then I wouldn't have to deal with, oh, well, I'm down to my last such and such, and I need that extra.
That happens a lot to everybody.
Kind.
So that's not the first fruit, but like in the concept of what you're saying as far as giving, yes, that's absolutely correct. I mean, if you can give the Lord, I mean, if you know your spending habits, you know all your habits, you understand what you're doing. So if you're gonna wait and you can give it to the Lord in the week, then you do what you have to do. But if you know you ain't gonna wait, you're gonna spend it, it's better you go ahead and give the Lord what he sees spending out of that 10% and give it to him.
Right.
And give it to him, whatever it is, whether it be, I mean, if you got to come down to the school to give it to him, they'll give it to him, and we'll do that. But yeah, you know what you know. So if you can't wait, yeah, give your tithe, go ahead and spend that thing right then and there.
Right.
I know a lot of people in the same similar situation to where they know you wait to the end of Friday, you ain't gonna have it. You ain't gonna have it. So sometimes people say, I can't afford to give. Sometimes you can't afford not to give.
Right.
Because the Lord is seeing your way through. So if you're putting into things, you're putting into the fight, the Lord is seeing your obedience, and you're actually giving. And then let's just keep it a buck. Your tithe go to Commander Yahanna. And what he does is build schools. I mean, look at what's going on throughout the whole nation. That's what we do. We build our schools. We give them food programs. Anything they need, brothers and sisters go homeless or whatever, we give that back to them. A child, we had a situation where someone didn't want their child. They gave it to the school. Right. Commander Yahanna is taking care of those children. So this is what we're doing. So when you give your tithes to the school, and you give your tithes to Commander Yahanna, he takes that tithe and he spends it, double folds it, flips it on the right hand side.
Right.
For us, if something happens, we can't pay real written bills. Who we think we're gonna call? We can't let the school fall. We're gonna call Commander Yahanna, and he takes care of it. So you will never see your money just squandered away like you see some pastors with these $300 pair of shoes and these nice cars. If you look at Commander Yahanna, he's a very simple person.
Right.
I mean, if he was at the Passover and you hear his heart, the brother loves this school and he loves us. Period.
That's right.
If he do anything for us, our job is to die for each other. His job is to die for all of us, if he has to. Understand? He'll go down for everybody. But that's the kind of man he is. So our tithes and offering that we give into the school doesn't go by the wayside. It goes to feed our people, to take care of our people, make sure the bills get paid, make sure we grow as a nation. And that Passover wasn't cheap.
Right.
That Passover, I mean, we was at the convention center. We had hotels locked out. We had the buses moving back and forth. We had brothers doing some things. That's not an easy feat, and it's not free. So paying out 10% that the Lord told us to pay is going to the school. It's going back into us. It's invested back into us. So this nation can grow. Because we can't grow on just wishes and dreams.
Right.
No, now we know the Lord's gonna bless us, but we still have to, it's all about money. We got to pay our tithes to keep it going. So yeah, so it'll behoove us to pay these tithes when you get it to the school. Pay at ISUPK.com, mention Yahanna, and just pay the tithes. Be obedient and pay your 10%. So we ask for 10%. All right. Did I answer your question?
The what, sir?
Go ahead, sis.
So for the tomorrow we'll be celebrating the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread and the opening of the first fruit.
That's not tomorrow. God, that is tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, it is. All right, let's keep reading.
Khan Adawan Khan. Verse 3. And thou shalt go unto the priest.
Oh, Slack, I want to back up to where it says, go ahead, get back to it. Shall go into the place where the Lord thy God shall choose to place his name thereof. And that's what we did all this weekend. If you paid your tithes all year, whatever tithes you paid the community Yahanna, that was the place the Lord placed his name on. And we had the Passover where? In Raleigh, North Carolina. Right. That's what it was paid to. And that's where the Lord's name was on. You see how glorious it turned out. Oh. So when we're obedient, things go the way they're supposed to go. And even if things don't go the way it's supposed to go, still be obedient. Right. You know what the Lord is going to do. No one knows what the Lord is going to do. You'll be obedient because the Lord said to be obedient. Right. And do what you're supposed to be doing. That's all you can actually ask. I keep reading.
Verse 3. And thou shalt go unto the priest.
The who?
The priest. That shall be in those days.
We are those days. Your tithes going to the priests. You understand? You pay it to us, and we pay the commander in the Yahanna. Your tithes going to the priest to go back into things that we have to do for the school. Keep going.
And say unto him, I profess this day unto the Lord thy God, that I am come unto the country which the Lord sware unto our fathers for to give us. Verse 4. And the priest shall take the basket out of thine hand and set it down before the altar of the Lord thy God. Verse 5. And thou shalt speak and say before the Lord thy God, a Syrian ready to perish was my father. And he went down into Egypt and sojourned there with a few and became there a nation, great, mighty, and populous.
What are we talking about right now? And he shall speak and say before the Most High God, a Syrian ready to perish was my father. You might know what we're talking about. Who was that? And we went down into Egypt and sojourned there with a few and became there a nation, great, mighty, and populous.
Salaki Adawan.
Go ahead, brother.
Could he be talking about, could the scripture be referring to Jacob?
He going. Anybody else? Wait, sister.
Are they talking about Moses?
He going. Anybody else? Go ahead.
So like you said, could it be talking about Abraham?
Hey, somebody's on. Talking about who?
Abraham.
Yeah, this is Abraham, who's the father of many nations. He left his homeland. Right. He left it and started everything. So from there, he's talking about our forefathers coming in to Egypt, to where there was nothing. The scripture saying they only had 65 people or 70 people that came into Egypt. But when we came out of Egypt, when the Lord came to take us out of Egypt, we was millions of people. This is what the scripture is talking about. So he's just reminding you that this is why I'm giving my first fruits, because there's a father who was ready to die. Leave your country. Just think about it. Somebody say, leave where you know. Leave your information. We've all been there. We left Christianity. We left the church. We left to a place that essentially to them, we died because we're not doing what they're doing. Right. We left our mothers, we left our fathers to join a cult. And to them, oh, they over there doing that. Oh, they on that little Israelite thing. They done left us to die. And that's the guy, they over there doing that. Oh, he over there with another wife, three wives. She over there in that coat. So we essentially did the same thing. And we left. It became the I.S.U.P.K. And now we're becoming many. This is the theme of this whole scripture. To give yourself up to die. Be ready to die. And come into a place that you're not worthy of, and become a multitude. And become the many. That the Lord has said, you know what? I want these people to flourish. And because we listen to that, and we listen to Command Yahanna, and because we've done the things we shut off the world, we become a great nation. This nation started with one person. Right. One person. I.S.U.P.K. started with one person, and it builds to what it is now. That person was ready to die and gave his life for this. And this is what Abraham was ready to do. I'm going to come to leave your mother, leave what you know, your homeland, leave all that, and go. Eber. We all come from Hebrew, named Eber. Hebrew. Leave that. And from there, we became a great nation. And this is what he's talking about. And so when you talk to people out in the world, you got to tell them, are you ready to die? That's why I'm saying you got to be ready to die for this. Right. When you come in, you have to be reborn again. It ain't that Christian mumbo jumbo what they talking about. Right. We talking about you have to be ready, all that stuff you done in the world, you have to give it up. If you was in the weed, you got to let that weed go. You was in the prostitution, you got to let it go. Right. You was in hatred in your heart, always hating your brother and sister, you got to let it go. Right. You was a drug dealer, you got to let it go. You have to die to this world and come into a new era. And then to bring your family into this, your children, your wife, you bring all them into this. Now you're growing. You experience the same thing that our forefathers experienced. Right. To leave what you know. And that's a difficult thing to do, to leave what you know. Right. I was in Christianity for all them years. I had to let my mother and my father, I had to tell them, you know what, I think y'all are wrong. Because of what the scriptures are saying. But I did it my whole life. I understood what he was saying. Then to tell me to leave what I know, to go into a place that I have no idea, but I know it was right. Right. Because I seen it in the scriptures. The Lord was dealing with me to understand it was right. But to leave all that stuff out there and to come to a place and now become great. Right. I came in this truth by myself. And now I have 4 people. And my family was going to grow in this truth. That's right. Lord willing, those people that the Lord, they're not in this truth now, but maybe the Lord is going to deal with them right now. Maybe he's dealing with them later on. So even then, we can't shut those people out because maybe the Lord is not working with them right now. Right. But later on, they might bring work with them later on. Because the Lord didn't deal with me back in 1970s, 72s or whatever, or 80s and the 90s. He dealt with me in the 2000s. So I could have been done. But the Lord said, no, I'm going to deal with that brother at the time I came in 6 years ago. And now I came in, I listened, I understood. And don't try to figure out my age. I'm trying to figure out my age. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm back in with Moses, but it's all good. This is what this is talking about, man. And so to come into different lands and see what the Lord has done and gave you an inheritance. They come into this truth, into the school, and not to give your first fruits to the command of Yahanna, to not pay your tithe is an insult. Because even in this scripture here, he's reminding you, I came out of Egypt. I came into a land that we inherited, that you gave to milk and honey. So I'm going to give you my first fruits. That's the mindset we got to be in. That's the mindset we got to stay in. The hell with what everybody else is doing. You're out of that world. You're a new person. You got to come into this world, and you got to grow your family. And how glorious it is to come into all these daggone feasts that we have, and see the school started small. Right. A few brothers to what it is now. Y'all gonna see babies running around, kids running around that we didn't even fathom. And then the men before me, they're telling me, man, we ain't had nothing but school. Y'all came in, y'all got a whole school and all that. It didn't start like that. Right. So it's always a vision. And always someone's willing to give it all up and say, you know what, I'm gonna follow what the Lord's telling me to make it glorious. Right. Those brothers paved the way for us. We gotta applaud them. And so on and so forth. That way this place can grow. Because you come tomorrow, brother, I'm telling you, come tomorrow to see our feast is closing and the opening, okay, of the first fruits. Right. You're going to see all these children in here. You're going to see all the brothers in here. And you got to look back from when we started. Right. Very, very few to where we are now. And that's only because we follow what the Lord told us to do. Clap it up.
You understand, you listen to the stories from Commander Yahanna. He'll tell you that
Oh man,
that Passover was first celebrated in the kitchen.
4 people.
In the kitchen. So now just think, 54 years later, you go from the kitchen to the convention.
Right. Right.
Just think of it like that. From the kitchen to the conventions.
Right.
All because you held on to the truth, you stayed the course, and you listened to what the Most High said.
And if I could add on to that, Commander Yahanna was that one brother that damn was ready to die with his school, slept on floors, ate whatever he can eat. But he stayed in this, one person. And look at it now. He was willing to sacrifice everything, man. You got to be willing to sacrifice everything. And when you say, oh, I want to sacrifice all that, our king did it.
Right.
Our king sacrificed. He don't know y'all from Adam. He had to do it. But he followed the Most High. Say, Lord, and he said, Lord, if you can, take this cup from me. But nevertheless, thy will be done. And he took it. He took death for everybody. So what's our excuse? Because a brother made you mad, a sister made you upset. You're upset with this sister, you're upset with that brother. You got all kind of excuses to come and serve the Lord. This brother ain't got no excuse.
Right.
So like I never could. This brother here is not like us. We got full range motions in our legs. This brother come all the time to school, class. He's showing that he wants to kill that old man and become part of something glorious and great. Because he saw what was the past weekend, his first weekend down in the past. We saw what it is and what we have, what Commander General held on to. So he's ready to kill his old man off and come at this school and to teach and to learn and then begin to teach and to grow. So let's clap it up for this brother, man. We got it's like Hebrew, brother.
Come, everyone, come. Verse 6. And the Egyptians evil entreated us and afflicted us and laid upon us hard bondage.
That's going on to this day. It's in the Egyptians, but right now you got everybody who's laying hard bondage on us right now. You got all the heathens. You got the daggone the Elam, they putting hard bondage on us. You got Amalek definitely giving us hard bondage. You got the Caucasian people giving us all kind of hell right now in this old kingdom. So everybody's against us, man. These scriptures are not old. People always say, well, that was back then. Well, damn, back then was back then.
Right.
I mean, what are you talking about back then? Whatever back then happened, it's happening right now. We're going through hard bondage. But because we can go and buy food how we want to go buy it and go drive here in our own cars, we don't think we're in hard bondage.
Right.
We are in hard bondage. They're just not whipping our back. Why? Because it's illegal to do that. But they find other ways to move the goalposts to put us in bondage, in slavery. And you have to understand that. Brother, I knew something was wrong. I knew that people was, I knew something was wrong with this empire. Well, it wasn't until I came under the commandments of Yahanna and learned this that I saw in the scriptures what was going on. And once you revealed to me in the scriptures, I knew I got changed. I can't continue another couple of years doing what I was doing before. Something had to change. Go ahead, brother.
They found a legal way through their police force.
That's right.
To beat us and to kill us.
Police force, the politics, all kind of ways they find to shun Black and Hispanic Native Indians. But the only way to fight them is to tell the truth. I heard so many things. We got to come together. We got to have a financial status. We got to have all these things. We had all that. There's only one thing we missing in all those puzzles. No one says we need to follow the Most High, follow law, statutes, commandments. No one says that, and that's what we're lacking. That's what we lack. We got to come into the truth, law, statutes, commandments, and that affliction and hard bonding goes away. We let the Lord take those lickings for us. We don't got to fight. We're trying so hard to fight. The Lord said, "I'll fight your battles for you. You just got to believe in me." Who's gonna beat the Most High? Nobody.
Right.
The Lord gonna take everything, but now we don't follow the Most High. We don't take those licks. That's that.
It's a lot of that's a heavy point that you said, because that's one of the staple songs when it comes to Christianity. If I hold my peace and let the Lord fight my battle,
go ahead and sing it.
He'll be with me.
Go ahead and sing it. They in love with Jesus.
That's what they say. That's what they say.
Jesus, my man.
They'll sing those things. If I hold my peace, let the Lord fight my battle, He'll be with me. Are you with the Lord? Are you following the Lord?
That's one of the old hymns. That's right. You got your hymn books. They can just shake their head. Oh yeah. You must have been a mother. Yeah, with a big old hat sauces. You said, oh yeah. Oh, she wanted everybody behind the seat. That's what's up. That's what we're talking about. Like, they'll sing those songs, but they don't
They don't really believe in them. They're just used for entertainment. And even with the concept of knowing that the Lord is going to fight your battles, they only want the Lord to fight their personal battles.
Right.
And say so that they can be on the come up. It's not about the Lord fighting the battles for the whole nation.
Right.
It's not about defeating your enemies. It's only so that that one person can prosper.
It never ceases to amaze me because when you come into the truth, we always talk about the nation.
Right.
We always talk about the nation,
That's
everybody. But when you go into the churches, they only talk about their church, their individual church. And the bad thing about it, they own the church. You can't even vote them out. It's like, it's my building, it's my church. They ain't going nowhere. What you gonna do with them? So it's like, it's their own individuality. But when you come into this truth, we understand that it's the whole nation that we gotta look out for. Right. And how you know that? Because tomorrow, you're gonna see Easter blowed up. You're gonna see people in new Easter suits, shoes. You have fathers who have never been to church in 4 or 5 years, gonna end up going to church because it's Easter. You're gonna see so much stuff tomorrow, man. And it's ridiculous that these pastors are getting all this, but they won't even come and serve the closing the first Feast of Unleavened Bread. They won't come to that. They won't come to the Passover. They won't come to anything the Lord told you to celebrate.
Right.
But they'll celebrate Easter tomorrow. I hope it rain on them jokes tomorrow. Oh my God. I saw a post today, somebody said, eggs. Now you're gonna paint them and put them outside.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, wow. You can paint about the eggs too high. Now you're gonna buy a bunch of eggs, gonna paint them and throw them outside so people find them. That's just crazy. But that's the devil. That's the trick of the devil. That's what we into. All right, keep going, brother. Last scripture.
Verse 7. And when we cried unto the Lord God.
We did what?
And when we cried unto the Lord God, our God of our fathers, the Lord heard our voice and looked on our affliction and our labor and our oppression.
When you cry out to the Lord, he looks at you. Don't think the Lord's not paying no attention. Don't think the Lord, his ear, he can't hear nobody. He's deaf. He can't hear what you're asking for. Right? He can't see your affliction. He can't see that you're going through your problems. The Lord sees this. The Lord can see the fact that you're struggling with the rent, struggling with the bills, struggling with your child that you think he's gonna give him to the world. He sees that. But you gotta cry out to the Lord. And when you cry out to the Lord, it's not just saying with words. You use your words, your mouth, but you know how you cry out to the Lord? You follow the laws, that's commandments. Right. That's how you cry out to the Lord. You come to the Sabbath services. You give your time to the school. No matter what the hell you're going through, don't let up. We all went through it. Right. And the fact that you all made it to Passover is the fact that you got the strength within you. It was hell going to Passover, getting there. Right. It was hell getting the garments. It was hell getting the fuel. It was hell getting the hotels, paying your fees. It was hell doing that. Right. But you know what? Sometimes you got to go through hell to see the gloriousness of the Lord. We went through hell in Egypt, coming out. Go ahead, brother.
And if I may, the Esau jacked the prices of the hotels up on us. Mm-hmm. So hey, it was hard for me, but I made it down there, and I'm glad I made it.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't regret it. I had a great time, and that's it.
That's right. That's right. Everybody called hell over that passage.
It's like, if I could, like Jerome Hyman, he spoke on that in class. Mm-hmm. And he would ask people, "Hey, where did you come from to get here?" He said, "Well, I came from Florida. Yeah. I came from Atlanta. I came from Texas." And he said, "Oh, what about people who came from California? They had to come all the way from California, all the way from Vegas, right, to get here for the Passover. And some of y'all who can make it, you're complaining because, oh, I don't have enough money, or such and such bothers me." But these people are really going through it to get here. Remember, now we even have people from the UK. This time, if I could, like the last one Passover, the coronavirus was stopping them from getting here because the whole country was shut down from flying out, so they couldn't come through. You understand? But this time, the Lord let up. They were on their first plane.
He was on there. I saw
with no complaints.
Saw some of them brothers, man. I mean, it's lucky, brother. I was laughing at someone who was talking to me. It was just a little funny to me.
Right.
I was like, what's that?
Right.
But yeah, the brothers called hell to get here. So The mere fact that we all got the Passover, going through the hell that we took to get the Passover, but as soon as we got there, guess what happened? Shit, that went off, like whatever. Whatever you was going through, that's just the demons trying to not get the Passover. So you fought them demons off. It's just like Passover. So now I know that you got it in you. You got to fight the rest of everything else. Right. Fight that child who's against you. You fight those bills who's against you. You fight that going, what else? Going through whatever problems you got with your rib, your husband, whatever. You fight all that. Because I know you got it in you. Because y'all made the Passover. You got it in you. You got to fight in you. Go ahead, brother.
Salakia, sir, if I may, seeing the brothers travel to the Passover really gave me more comfort and perspective of how many Benjamites.
Y'all born to read the Torah, man. I'm like, Benjamites born. They read the Torah.
That young brother,
Every time we come to Torah, all I heard was right. Y'all are getting it in. So that's all right, now I see your spirit. I see your spirit.
And Salakia, sir, a lot of them brothers from the UK are just straight Benjamites.
Benjamites anyway, yeah.
Went there and then they come down. I'm like,
yeah.
What's up? It was amazing.
Bunny lawyer or Benjamites. All right. Reading this Torah. I guess Dar said, damn, that's your whole year. I'm going. Hold on. I got you. Right. You know how Judah spirit is. Judah know to be showed up. Judah ain't trying to be showed up, but he was ready to get in there and show you what Judah can do. Yeah, the brothers, man, they bring that to us, man. They read that scripture, man.
And so, like, if I could, like, if you looked around, just for the fact that young man Charles said, wow, now he didn't realize there was like so many Benjamites there. Like, we essentially had all the tribes, except for 2 tribes. We were missing 2 tribes, as far as I could see. I think we were missing Naphtali and Manasseh.
I think we had some. I think they were there also.
They might have been.
I think they would have been. Yeah, I think they were there as well. I think all of the tribes were there. Really? All of them tribes. I walked into some speak Spanish. I got the conversation. Hola. Hola.
I knew a couple of examples.
Your Skippy was in there. He's Asher. I think we had some Italians there though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to meet somebody that's, you know what I'm saying, from the Naphtali and from Manasseh.
All right. Next Passover.
Right.
Next Passover. Yeah. So just cry out, man. The Lord hears our problem. It's like He heard your issues and the problem to get the Passover, and we still got there. That was the Lord's doing to get you the Passover. Right. We're gonna fight. You got to put your right foot in, and He put the right foot in, left foot in, whatever. You just gotta walk with the Lord, man. So you gotta put forth effort, and He'll help you out. But if you ain't doing nothing, and you're just gonna give up and let the demon attack you, then ain't much we can do for you, man. But pray for you. That's all we can do for you. Yeah,
about that left and right foot, that's true. Because putting on them fringes. And get the right one.
That's right.
The Lord was with us.
Hey, that's right. Hey, let's give it to our Atlanta sisters, man. The Atlanta sisters in this school was putting in work, boy.
That's right.
They was putting in work. Just like all the sisters around was putting in work. But I can attest to the Atlanta sisters. I watched them. Every class we came into, they was doing a little sip and sew. Some of them was sipping more than they were sewing. Put the fridges on the wrong side. I was due to the sipping, I know. But those brothers, those sisters did their thing, man.
That's right.
They did their thing. Matter of fact, the showbread right here, the unleavened bread right here, the showbread we got, that was done by the sisters in the school. Give me a hand with that. I think about it, 3 sisters. I think sisters. 3 sisters got some bread. So brothers, enjoy the unleavened bread. You know, I think I'm gonna keep on eating unleavened bread. That like pancakes in the morning, man. You gonna add that to the breakfast menu? Hey, all right. Who we at now? You gonna call one more brother?
We've done 7 verses.
Okay, we did 7 verses already. It's 1:17. We're gonna keep reading.
Con out of one.
You don't mind closing out for you.
Con out of one. Con. Verse 8. And the Lord brought us forth out of Egypt with a mighty hand,
right,
and with an outstretched arm, and with great terribleness, and with signs, and with wonders.
We said he brought us out with a great mighty hand and stretched out arms and with great terribleness. Why did they put that in there, the terribleness? What was the terribleness that he brought us out of there with? Go ahead, sister.
Like in the plague.
The plagues. Anything else?
Salaki out of one.
Go ahead, brother.
When he killed the Egyptians.
There you go. That's a good one too, sis. And you're absolutely right. But the one I was thinking about is the killing of the Egyptians. When we crossed that Red Sea, if you go and read, and I think it's in Psalms, when they talk about the waves crushing them, coming over and killing those Egyptians, man, that's something. You gotta read that song. I think it was David's Psalms. Yeah, it was Psalms. He was telling you about how the waves was coming in, and when the waves was crashing, it was crashing the chariots, crushing them in half. This is how powerful the waves were. So the Lord, although He is, merciful and lovely and all that good stuff everybody wants to see, and all the Christians believe that He is, He also is terrible.
Right.
He's a terrible power, and He will kill you.
Right.
Somebody asked me, where was God at when my mom was dying? I said, He probably was the same place when somebody else's child was dying. I mean, what makes your person so special? You understand? It was the same place. Same place when somebody was in a coma. Same place when somebody was getting, beat up, getting shot. Same place. He went nowhere.
Right.
Same place. Go ahead, brother.
That's Salakia, sir. He was probably the one killing him.
They don't know that. That's what's understanding. Coming to this school, understand that there was something that was done. Sometimes the Lord is taking because He's going to take you.
Right.
Other times He's going to take you because we've done something.
Right.
He's done something that he time and time and told you to not to do it. Gave you scriptures. Gave you a brother to come in and tell you. There's many times the Lord will give you something. He'll tell you, I'm going to send people. But you said, nah. That priest that's on the corner, he don't know what he's talking about. Oh, that son of yours who left the truth and left came to the school, was telling you this thing, that was my prophet, I saw him. Because when Moses was walking, they didn't believe Moses. When Christ was there, they didn't believe him. They didn't believe Peter, John, they didn't believe none of the prophets. The only reason why we believe them now, because hindsight is 20/20. We can go back and say, oh yeah, it was prophets. It was prophets. But as they were there walking and teaching, no one believed it. Very few people believe it. Just like it is today. You got priests right now in front of you, teaching you the word. Yeah, that priest is your son. Yeah, that priest is your nephew. Yeah, that dude that worked down at the Jiffy Lube, at the airport, the driving that truck who comes to the, that's the priest. That's him. No one wants to believe that. They expect the priest to look like a pastor, clean face shaving, and $200 shoes and cars, nice. No, it's that Negro down the street on that corner. That's who's telling you what to do, but you don't want to leave him. You don't want to believe that that's the fact, that's the Lord's anointing. And you don't hear anything he says. And you perish because of it. Go ahead, what you got something to say?
Sorry, a precept for that would be a priest is not accepted in his own land.
We're not accepting. Christ had to leave out of there to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? So I go home, just look at me as another thing on the block. I'm sure we all go through this. We go home, nobody cares about us. Now see, you was growing up, you used to nigga on the corner used to rob me. He used to rob people. He used to do an old drug dealer. Because all of our brothers up here had a past. All of us have a past. But it's something that we had in common. We had to kill that old brother and change to come up into this truth.
Go
ahead, brother.
What come to mind when you bring out those points? They didn't think David was the one.
That's right. That's right. They didn't think David was the one. They laughed at David. This little, come on, man. Bring me somebody else. Bring me somebody else, but he was the one.
Right.
He kept bringing the brothers. Nah, that ain't the one. We got one left. Get that little nigga, because he is the one. He might be the one. He was the one. So same thing that's in it. Y'all got the same thing. They don't believe y'all not real sisters. They waiting for y'all to fall. They watching and waiting for y'all to say, see, she thinks she portraying as a sister. She ain't no real sister. She just gave me that attitude.
Right.
She ain't real. Oh, she thinks she in the truth. I saw her serving some other, out the what's that, Easter tomorrow. Oh, she's eating pork. Y'all have a big shoes to fill.
Right.
Israel is a light of the world. They're watching everything you do. So if you call yourself I.S.U.P.K sister and you're in this truth, you better walk it. Right. If you're a brother and you're a priest up here telling people what to do, you better live it. Because ain't no playing around. The Lord will eliminate you. This is worse for us than anybody else out there. And that's why me and these brothers, we pride ourselves on doing exactly what the Lord tells us to do. And if we ain't doing it, somebody let us know so we can turn around and get it right, get it corrected. Because we're not above reproach. But we're going to do everything that this Bible is telling us, and we're going to teach you to do it, and we're not going to stray away from it. So it's a thing that we have in our shirts. There was a Kentucky 8 shirts. We don't read the Bible, we live the Bible. We live this Bible. These brothers live this Bible. And you sisters better start living it too. You brothers out there better start living it too. Because if you don't, you will be taken out. You be asking the same question. Where was God at? When my child was dying? In the same place. What did you do?
So, one thing I realized, now that's a heavy point that you made about all that complaining. And since I've been in the school, one thing I realized is y'all got the same nigga problems. While you complaining about your problems, this man got the same problem you got.
Yeah, or worse. I said, I don't want nobody's problem. I don't want nobody's problem mine. I can handle my problem. I don't want anybody's problem, bro. You know, but as priests and officers, we take on everybody's problem because you are brothers, you are sisters. We gonna sit there and we gonna cry with you. When a brother loses a job, we all lose the job. Right. Because we brothers. That's just us. When somebody's child is hurting, our child is hurting. Right. I mean, nothing. I was more proud when I was at that Passover and the little kids come up, Uncle Cuz. I love it. Because those are my daughters. Those are my sons. Right. Those are y'all are my sisters. To see, I saw every sister there. And I was like, yo, what's that? I was happy. I see y'all every Sabbath, I see y'all. But when I saw y'all there, it was like, oh, snap. Because y'all are my sisters. All other sisters around, they're my sisters, they're my brother. So whatever you're going through, we all going through it. We all going through it. So everybody's watching us. The world is watching us. We're on a grand stage. So the best thing we can do is follow the Lord. I'm so happy that I don't gotta listen to my own mind no more. I do what the men above me tell me to do. And I gotta think about nothing. Hey, when's Sabbath service? It starts this time, this time. Okay, cool. What I gotta read? You know, go through these things. No sweat. I don't gotta think about nothing. None of it. I just follow what the men above me told me to do. They follow what the men above them told them to do, and they follow and so on and so forth. We all get it from Christ. That's it. Sisters, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. Ask your other one. Ask your husband. If you don't have a husband, ask the brother in this. Go ask the priest. Go ask your camp leader. You don't have to think about much.
Right.
If there's a problem, call him. Call the priest. Ask him a question. Get counseling. Work it out. All right.
And so I give a quick
Go ahead,
one
bro.
last point. To show that they're watching, don't forget, before that Passover, we already had made the news.
Right.
Snakes.
We already made the news. We were in newspaper articles, we were on TV, and they were ready to shut us down.
Yeah.
So that's why, you understand, like when Jeremiah Hyman goes so hard, he says, at this event, I need everybody to be perfect.
Right.
They are watching. I don't want nobody messing up nowhere. Because the devils are watching. And all they want, and we talked about this in Sabbath service too.
Yeah.
We said about how like when the police are trying to kill us, what are they waiting for? All they want is the license. All they want is the excuse. Well, they were doing this, so now I have the right to do this. You understand? So now when those devils are out there trying to protest, trying to shut it down, oh, they're a hate group, they're this and that. Now they're just going to sit back and watch and say, well, you know what? This brother right here, this man right here was doing such and such. You're a hate group. You should have been here in the first place. That's all they want. They wait to shut you down.
Right.
And y'all was superb. Israel was superb.
Most
And it vexed my spirit. Tells you how to work. It vexed my spirit because during that little whole clip, I don't know if everybody's in the clip and saying that we was a hate group. They were saying, oh, they was written about third party, as if they didn't know. When I heard that, it didn't sit right in my spirit. I'm like, that don't even sound right. And then the command general came up and said they knew who we were. They knew exactly who we were. We told them everything. They just want your money.
Right.
Because that's how everybody else wants your money. They don't want to deal with the real Israelites. But as long as you pay that money, you'll find. Go ahead.
And Salakia, sir, they didn't want to get canceled.
Yeah.
Being that they allowed this hate group
to come through.
And they likened us to the KKK. If the KKK had a rally and wanted to get the convention center, then that wouldn't be allowed. So they knew that people would be very upset that we had that capability of getting that place and things like that. So they didn't want to get canceled for future venues and things like that.
They try to use
play.
They knew Command Holly does nothing wrong, nothing backstabbing, nothing like that. We only up and up, and we let you know exactly who we are and what we deal with.
That's
we
right.
want our money or not. If not, we go somewhere else. The Lord's gonna make it work. So it don't even matter. Right? So it's just high. So I say all that to say this: don't hide who you are. Rock him without rock all that. Rock your shields. Rock your daggone headpieces. Rock all that. Don't be afraid to hide nothing, man. I hide nothing when I go out. I don't. As anything, I get more power when I rock everything.
Right.
I get more power. So I don't hide nothing.
That's right.
If our commander general's not hiding nothing, why the hell should we hide anything?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all rock whatever it is that connects y'all to the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
You understand? Go ahead, bro. Sorry.
No. Rocket, it was just that how you said they knew who we were. They knew the reputation. Because like with the mayor had to be under the fence. The mayor said, well, I'm going off of what I've heard from other venues, and they've abided by the rules. They haven't given any problems.
Right.
No problems. You don't want our money. That's so. So we gonna go ahead, bro.
And Salaki, sir, it was actually in their benefit to let us go ahead and have the space to, according to what Commander General Yahanna said, we would have done it in the streets. Think of all those people.
Bunch of niggas in the streets.
Shut down the road.
Shut
like
down.
this here. So it was in their best interest. So let us go ahead and put us in that building.
Right. You better let us rock it out the street.
Right.
Rock it out.
Lucky when he said sit down the streets. When we went on the Black Wall Street tour, that was amazing.
Yeah.
The brothers got out there and stopped traffic for us to walk through.
What?
Right.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta tell me about that. Man, you tell me about that.
He every corner, we see him at every corner because we had cars behind the buses, and he came to every corner directing to help directing traffic and stopping, even stopping traffic. We were running.
Hey, we running red lights. We don't know. The brothers work, man. Captain Cod, boss, man. His whole team, that crew.
Yeah.
They protect us, man. We protect us.
Rock out there.
Oh yeah.
It's like when we cross the street, go to the Black Wall Street Museum, like cars were coming and blowing at him. He was yelling at them, hold the line, hold back, stay back. And from both sides, like we were deep. We were deep, and it really felt like an exodus.
I'm angels, man. Lord will stop traffic, man. The Lord, hey, look, the Lord is with us, man.
That's right.
You have any doubt who the Lord is with? Look at all these things, man, that's going on. Look at all of that. Look at what's happening at Passover, stopping traffic. The Lord is with I.S.U.P.K, man. The Lord is with the manager in Yahanna.
It's like you should have seen General Haas out there. General Haas out there, you know, and he just walking. He doesn't even look back. He just says release. He says release. He's walking, and everybody says, "Come, what kind?" I was saying, "Here come car." Just moving along.
Just release. He spoke the word. Yeah, all right. Hey, man,
right.
Angels, man. We work with those when the Commander General said there are angels in that room. There are angels in all around UPK. We are angels, man. That's us.
Right.
We're the Lord's work on this earth, man. We are angels. We're that. That's us. And of course, we have those angels that come down and do the work for us as well, man. So, Lord is with us. Like I said, Lord is with us, man. That's it. Anybody got anything else to say when we close it up? Anything else? All right, we're going to go ahead and stop there. Mark it into your books. Who we at again? That was Deuteronomy 26 and 8. All right, we'll start next week at 29. Deuteronomy 26 and 9.
That's what class, Adwa.
Say again?
That's what class.
We'll sign clap it up for us. If you like the class, subscribe, and share. You understand? Share. Got any questions? Got any questions on there? No questions? Oh, man, y'all just quiet on online. Y'all just quiet.
It's a lot. We had Officer Mark Malott in the building with us online.
All right.
We have Officer Yahanna.
All right.
With us.
That's right.
We got a young man from Jacksonville. He tunes in with us. Fontes, I believe, or Bruni. That's Maria right here. She tuning in. Hey, Most High Christ, she tuning in. Somebody tunes in. Bruni, and we have also
her name's Yahanna.
Yahanna. Ooh, Slocket. We have Sister Yahanna from Jacksonville with us, and also we have young man Brian checking in with us.
Most High Christ, young man Brian. All right, you better if y'all was in this class. You understand? Come into the class. But most times, Christ, you tuning in nevertheless. And if y'all got any questions, definitely put in the chat. Other than that, shoot, we're gonna go in the section. We're gonna get prepared for the prayers. All right, I'm in the bills real.
Yashala.
Israel, imagine.
Pakuram means to face the east. It's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw. Shabbat Shemayim. Wadash. I.S.U.P.K. Yahweh.
It's the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, God in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Give us our debts. Forgive our debtors. Not to temptation. Evil. Deliver us from evil. Thy kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
It's the prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushai. Barak Lanawa. Vayashala. Wahavaya. Karim. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Water.
Amen.
Bless Israel in English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. In the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it. SARS. Shabby, be seated. All right. Then we pass class up to Officer Guard with the announcements.
It's I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. With I.S.U.P.K. start our 1 West on 25th Street, Hall, New York. Group for new brother and sister. When new brother and sister come to school, they are off limits for 6 months. They'll be saluted only. They hit the shadow cells of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to that brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes is a commandment coming from the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and also the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, which means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'asher. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, get to the treasury department. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. What's the amount you'd like to give? Upcoming holy convocations is the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Tomorrow, taking place on Sunday. You understand? Be in the building at sundown. All right. Also, any as a reminder, if any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That's boots, shirts, headbands, and war scarves. And also, if you can, try to Google the address for the school. That is 3353 Glenwood Road, Decatur, Georgia. And with that, we'll give a crazy salute for the teacher. Men in Israel, I.S.U.P.K, which means to stand. In Israel, I.S.U.P.K, I.S.U.P.K, Barak, what we just said in Hebrew, may the Most High in the name of Christ bless you. Y'all put our hands down. In Israel, Sar to the sisters. Sisters, I.S.U.P.K. Courage salute for the sisters. In Israel, Shema Shabbat. I.S.U.P.K, Barak.
Yahweh Shamar Elotam B'Hashem Yahushai.
Yahweh Shamar Elotam B'Hashem Yahushai.
What we just said in the Hebrew, may the Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. Y'all put our hands down. Class dismissed.
Yeah.
We got a little group picture.